Assalamu alaikum and welcome to a new video in the Diwani scripts. In today's video we are going to talk about Kaf, Lam, Meem. So we've got Kaf, Lam and Meem. Now, first we will start with a general rule about the Kaf and the Lam, and we will compare it to the Alif letter, because they are sort of derived from that Alif letter. Now, if we were to look here, we've got the 3 points by 3 points. If we recall the Alif, and then we had this another type that goes down then left, just like this. Now this is the Alif by itself, like the shape of the Alif. The Lam, of course we have this one, continues here by crossing this side like this. So the shape of the Lam is basically an Alif with this intersection. This is the added move. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is basically a Lam. If we were to have a Kaf, it would be the same shape, but we will add the following. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we add either a Hamza here, Hamza, or we add this, the cap or the Kaf. Now, or we add both, by the way. Now the cap has several shapes. You will find it like this. Mind you, some people do this like really curved down here. Sometimes you'll find it like this, as if it was a high heel. So we have several shapes to it. As we can see, it's thin, thick, thin, and it balances on this side. It doesn't touch usually, it's just hovering above the letter itself. Now these are the Lam and the Kaf by themselves. If we were to connect Kaf or Lam, they change into this. So we basically take the first move and we continue it with whatever letter after it. So let's write Laysa. If you want to change this into keys, a bag, you simply just put this up here. So you've got Laysa and keys. Now, when they come in the middle of a word, Lam goes up like an Alif, and you just continue from here. For example, Yalthum. Meanwhile, Yaktum, Ya Kaf, Ta Meem. And you add this part. They look similar, there's no difference in between. At the end, the Lam looks like this. For example, Bal. You go up, but you have to go below the line here. Then you close. So you measure 2 points and you go below the line. Meanwhile, the Kaf turns into a Ba. What do we mean by that? So we do this, and we do a Ba shape. We add this shape and this shape. This is, for example, Bik. we basically used ba and we put a kaf here. Now there are differences in the shapes of this cup, but for a start just do the ba one, because the differences are very delicate and we don't want to go to the details of those differences because we don't have a good eye to distinguish them yet, but in the future we will talk about them. Now we have a special case with the kaf. If kaf was followed by one of these letters, alif, kaf, lam, any letter that goes up, so alif, kaf, lam, lam alif, which is basically a lam, we change the kaf into a circle. What do we mean by that? We basically do the following. So let's write kullak, all of you. So we've got a kaf, then a lam. We do a rotational move and we go up for the lam. Then we go down for the kaf. So this is kullak. Let's do it again. When the kaf is followed by an alif, for example, kaf, alif, kamil. This move is basically a rotation, then rotation. When you do the second rotation, you go up to the left, not to the right or straight upward. You go to the left to give yourself some space in this area down here, to the left of the circle. Now, it's the same thing if it came inside a word. For example, sikak, railways. You've got seen, and here you've got the kaf and a kaf. So we've got seen, kaf, and another kaf. And here we will add the cap for the kafs. This is just a special case for the Kaf and Diwani. It's like the Kaf and Ruqa, this one, but here it's more circular. Lam at the end of the word, we talked about it, looks like that. Kaf on the other hand looks totally different, like a ba. Now let's move to the Meem, and for the Meem we have to distinguish a certain shape of it. Now the shape of the head of the Meem is quite simple. We basically do two moves. One is basically going up to the left, up to the right, sorry, with a curvature. Two goes back with the same curvature, but it exits by the middle of the letter. So for example, this is the first move. When we do the second move, we go back with this in our mind. Now here it has to look cheeky, it has to look like this. Now this shape comes if it was singular, and the ending of it is like the hat, but we make the ending more horizontal than the hat. The hat goes down a bit more like this, and the Meem, but the Meem sort of goes back sharper. This is the first shape. Now the first shape comes either singular or in the middle or in the end. When do we use this shape? We use it when we have the following letters coming after it. For example, mur, majal, أو محال impossible. ممرض أو ممر. مي أو ما. مي أو لما أو لما. and مه أو مهم. or at the end of a word. Now they are the same letters we've already talked about. Ha, ra, ya, mim, ta مربوطة or ha, including kha, zayn, jim, ya, alif مقصورة and ha. The other shape is different. That other shape we use with the rest of the letters. For the other shape, we make it more horizontal, like this. Then we come back with the other direction. Can we see the big difference between this one and this one? The first move here is very sharp, going upward to the right. Meanwhile, this one is horizontal, relatively horizontal. The second move is also different. So here we've got the first curve like this and the second curve the other way around. Meanwhile, here is the opposite. The first curve goes around like this, then goes the other way around. If you were to write lines here, you will see that this one concaves to this direction, meanwhile this one concaves downward. So here you move this way and here you move the other way around. It's the same as the ha. This meem comes with the other letters or inside the word. For example, midad, which means ink. Meem. Dal. Let's see that here. Close this. Alif. And dal. And we close this. So here we can see the meem with the dal, meem with the ra and ha. When we, this is the meem for as of beginning. When it comes in the middle or in the end, the letter sort of connects from above. So bima, we use this ba. Then we do the meem. The meem is followed by an alif, so we take the one here. We go down, then we go up. And here we have the word bima. Lam, sorry, we connected lam to it. We've got this lam. We basically make it straighter. For example, lamma or lima. That's a new shape for the lam. By the way, at the end of the word, it's the same thing as we did with the ha. So, thumma, we have this one, and we have this one. Two endings, this ending and this ending. So here you go. You've got the general shapes and rules for the kaf, lam, meem. We started with the kaf. We saw how kaf and lam look similar to each other. and the rules behind them. And we need to keep in mind that they look like an alif, but they have this added shape to them. Meanwhile, when they connect, they both look similar, except for the kaf that has a sort of a line on top of it, a cap to it. In the middle, they both look the same, but the cap, we talked about the shapes of the caps. We also discussed how they look like in the end, where the lam has to be lower than this. Meanwhile, the kaf changes its shape totally. Then we discussed how kaf looks like in the middle. We said that when we deal with certain letters like alif, kaf, lam, letters that go up, the kaf changes shape into a circle, like here, and here. Even in the middle, for example, sikak, it's very rare to find words with kaf in the middle followed by alif, like sikak, kalam, that's the beginning, al-kalam, that's middle. But kaf and kaf is, I think I can only think of sikak as a word. Then we moved on to the meem, and we discussed how different shapes of the meem and when to use either of them. We saw midad, bima, lamma, and we talked about the shape of the lam when it comes before the meem, how it changes. The ending of the meem also this is something we need to keep focused on. To practice, you've got lots of words now. You've got you know how to write the meem, so you can go on and write whatever words you want to do. We've got a few letters remaining, and see you in the next few lessons. We still haven't talked about the rules behind writing, how it should look like, but soon we will discuss that. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Amar Awadi, and see you in the next class. Goodbye.